but I thought I'd go ahead and get on early. I'm still cutting out, so I'm just going to continue cutting while I wait for more people to pop in. When you do pop in, make sure you say hi, so that way I can hopefully see that you're here. I don't know why I have such a problem getting people's responses to show up. Wow, 6 people already. Hi guys! Everybody must be excited for tonight. I gotta get my paintbrush for tonight. Hi Judy, hi Valentina. I hope that's how you say your name. I still have to cut out my lemons, but I thought I would kind of show something that I forgot to talk about on Wednesday night. On the main strawberries, you have these squigglies coming out. When you're cutting it out, it is, you can't cut these squigglies. So, sorry. What I did is I just cut them straight out. So you don't have those squigglies over in this area. That's the big difference between these two pictures. Squigglies, no squigglies. Okay? So, and truthfully, all you're doing is cutting around the pictures. You want as little of white as possible showing without going too far into your picture. And if anybody missed Wednesday night was me doing the lemons. I went ahead and colored 2. Because you're going to need at least 2 to do the plate, or cutting board, not plate, cutting board. Now, you can do this on plates and bowls and stuff of that nature. You want to do it on a clear glass, and you want the decoupage to be on the side that is not going to come in contact with the food. Because even though it says dishwasher safe for the Mod Podge, that does not mean it is food safe. And the reason why I think I've come to the conclusion as to why it's not actually food safe, because it can chip away, like when you're using your utensils on the plate. If the pitcher was on the same side as where you're putting your food and using your utensils, you would eventually scrape away your decoupage medium, and it would flake into your food and you would eat it. So because they can't guarantee that that won't happen, I think that's why it's not considered food safe. So I am just cutting my lemons out. And I gotta remind myself not to rush just because people are here watching me. I don't want to lose my lemons. And something that you're going to need for tonight, if you're doing this along with me, is you're going to need your Mod Podge. You're going to need something to pour some of the Mod Podge out on. You can use a plain old paper plate if you want, if that's all you have. If all you have is wax paper or aluminum foil, you can pour it out on that. If you have a paint palette, you can pour it out on that. But you want to pour it out of the container because you don't want to contaminate your Mod Podge with color. And sometimes color will bleed onto your brush, and then you transfer that color back you're dipping straight out of the container. So that's why you don't dip right out of the container, because you don't want that cross-contamination. Okay, so then you'll need a paintbrush. You will need your clear glass cutting board tonight. You will need to open it up. I'm opening up the board. All right. Trash can over here to the side. I try to keep everything within reach when I'm working, just to make things go a little smoother. Try to clean up as I go. That way I don't have a whole bunch of stuff to do at the end, and I can just walk away when I'm done. Okay, so I have my main strawberry. Let me turn this light off, guys. I'm sorry, I forgot. So here is the one that I'm using as the demo, okay? Here is the plain one. All right, I've got my main strawberry, I've got my 2 lemons, and then I've got my 3 other little strawberries. Now what I'm gonna do for some tape. You're also going to want a little bit of tape. Masking tape would be better because it comes off easier. But if you don't have it, just some Scotch tape in little pieces. And that's the only reason why you're going to use Scotch tape or masking tape. Preferably masking tape, guys. Preferably masking tape. Is so that you can configure this into a pattern that you like. And then be able to keep it and flip it around. So I'm going to start with my lemons here, kind of get them centered. And what I did is, because both of these lemons are actually facing the same way, I just turned one upside down and layered it so that way I have leaf on top and bottom. Okay? And then do a little bit of I kind of wedged the big strawberry underneath the lemon just a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down the side of the larger strawberry just a little bit. No, it wasn't as much as I thought it was. Side of the larger strawberry, just a little bit more from where the picture originally attached to that. Okay? The reason why is because I want to tuck the larger strawberry behind the lemon piece a little bit, so like that. Okay? And then I'm going to put that strawberry there. Side. Okay. And on the main strawberry section, I'm going to cut at this leaf and follow up this center strawberry just a little bit so that it comes apart, because I want to be able to wedge this leaf behind the lemon just a little bit. And then I'm going to tuck the flower behind that main lemon. And I'm just going to kind of move it around just a little bit till I like it. This part is completely subjective. There is no wrong way to do it. And okay, so I think I like that setup. I could color a couple more strawberries and put some over here because it's looking a little bit naked over there. Or I could try, no, I definitely like it over here. Let's try, oh look, I've messed it all up. Look at that. There is no wrong way to art, guys. It's okay. I'm alright. Try moving that strawberry and putting this strawberry over here, and then do like this, and yeah, that makes it look less naked over in this area right here. So what I'm going to do this lemon and this strawberry together. I'll put just a little bit of tape right back there to hold it in place. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. Just a little bit of tape to hold it. You don't want a whole lot of pressure. You don't want a whole lot of pressure on the tape because when we get it flipped over, we're going to want to take that tape back off because the tape will not let the decoupage do its job, okay? So just a little bit of tape with just a slight bit of pressure because all you want to do is hold the pieces into place. At all. That's okay. It went over too far. Oh, sure. Now it's holding. Went over too far. Now this is the part where you just kind of finagle things into place till you get it where you like it. So that's what it's going to look like from the top side looking down. Okay, now that I have everything taped lightly, I'm going to turn my plate over to the back side. Not plate, cutting board. But if this was a glass plate, you would turn it over to the back side. Now the directions say to roll Mod Podge like this. I don't know a soul that does. I always shake it. But shaking it probably puts air bubbles in it. So that's probably why they suggest rolling it. There's usually a reason why they suggest something. And it's not going to take a whole lot. So I just filled up one little well. to the glass on the back side. Always working on the back side. Now, from this point on, everything will be done to the back. You want to try to put it wherever you think the picture is going to be. And if you wanted to use like a sponge applicator, you could. But when you put the picture on, you'll smooth out all these lines. Okay. So now I have my picture. I have my back side of the cutting board. I'm going to turn my picture upside down. This is why it helps to do the tape. And then I'm going to put it down on the cutting board into place. And I'm going to smooth from the center out. Okay, and then I can see some areas where I didn't get the decoupage out far enough. So you can turn the picture over and put decoupage right into that spot. So you want to make sure it's good and adhered to the glass. Trying to keep my hands out of the way as much as possible. But you're going to go through and you're going to check all your corners. Make sure you've got them all glued, every little edge. And yes, you could put the decoupage on the front side and you'd still end up with the same effect, but it gets messy and hard to try to flip your picture over with the wet decoupage. And it likes to roll because the paper's wet. There were a couple questions on some of the other videos. I just used plain paper, just the cheap printing paper that you can buy at Walmart is what this is printed out on. There was another question that I was going to answer again, but I forget. So I will, when it pops into my head, I'll talk about it. So now that everything is glued down into place, you want to take off the tape. And this is why I said you want to do it lightly, because you want to be able to remove the tape without destroying your picture. And also this is why I said that masking tape would be better, because masking tape doesn't stick as badly when trying to remove it. And I peeled up some paper, but that's okay because I did not peel the picture. And that will be fine. Okay. Tape is sticking to me. So I'm going to go back to the areas where, like on the lemon, where it's on the back side and it can pop up. I'm going to just put some decoupage there, because decoupage is like a glue, only better. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to put on a nice thick coat onto the entire back piece. It is recommended to do 4 coats, making sure that you have the coats completely dried between layers. So I think in about an hour or so I'll be able to do another layer. Or you could do layers over the course of a couple of days. That's okay too. Something to keep in mind though, this is a mind-boggling part, is it takes 28 days. Let me double check this here. be dishwasher safe. It is safe to start using in 4 days, I think it said. Just a minute. And somebody's knocking on my door. They forget that I'm doing a Friday Night Live. But I think you can start using it it just says 1 to 2 hours to dry between coats, 2 to 3 coats, and cure for 28 days before putting it in the dishwasher. I would not put this in the microwave. Do not use it as like a hot plate to put in the microwave because I'm pretty sure the paper would burn. So dishwasher safe, not microwave safe. And that is pretty much it, guys. This is how you do it. I've got a nice solid coat on here. And see, I only used about half of what I poured in. So, like I said, you don't use a whole lot, but I will be coming back in an hour or two and doing another coat, and then in an hour or two from there, a third coat, and then 28 days later, this will be dishwasher safe. And there is the decoupaged cutting board. And I really like how that looks. So, okay, this one's going to be a little shorter than the other ones because I'm done. There's not too many people here to ask questions, but if there is somebody that's here that would like to ask a question, feel free to. I'll wait a few minutes while I put on a couple, just do a few more strokes. I'm seeing some bubbles coming up. Probably should have done a little thicker on the first application onto the glass. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. Thanks for sticking with me through this project. I don't know what the next project's going to be. I think it needs to be something ceramic since we are a ceramic page. I've had a couple people say they'd like to watch me paint a dragon. Love some feedback on what everybody would like to see next. And Thunder, come say hello. Thunder. Hey, buddy, come here. Come here. Thunder. Thunder. Say hello, buddy. Hey, up here. You have no idea what's going on. Okay. Anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. Ladies, gentlemen, whoever's there. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week on Friday. Feel free to give us some messages on this video of what you would like to see next. And as always, be safe, and we'll see you next time.